Hi everyone, welcome to Remio. My name is Jos, and I'm the CEO and co-founder at Remio. Today I'm quickly going to show you how Remio can be useful for educational purposes. So the first thing that a group of students or a group of school kids would do is they would land in Remio right here, and they can all customize their avatar right in front of this mirror. Usually it's a fun social activity, and I'll quickly give our computer version a second just to show you what it looks like in terms of UI. All right, hairstyle change. So then the second station where students normally go to is over here at the basketball section. So one of the things we do in Remio is we make sure that there's a lot of physics to make the whole system as fun and interactable and as immersive as possible. So for example, anyone can grab a basketball and just try to shoot some hoop. There we go. And there's golf balls over there. There's a couple of frisbees here. I'll show you one of the frisbees. Here's a little frisbee, for example. But the one core thing we also do in Remio is we know that for teachers specifically, it's easier for them to work from computer or the browser. So the recording you're currently seeing is actually from our browser client. And anyone can access that, and it allows you to do everything that you do in VR, but from a computer. And it allows you to easily take notes, etc., and import and export the different media and models into Remio. So then the next station is over here. So as you can see on both sides now, we have whiteboards. If you walk into this little corner here, you'll start seeing a sort of Kanban layout. And what this allows you to do is basically create a couple of tickets. You can edit what the columns say, and I'll quickly create a test ticket just by typing it in here, and you can see these little tickets. And yeah, for students, this typically would be some activity that they do, either planning what they're going to do with their work or a group activity in terms of brainstorming. And then you have pens and erasers to draw on this board as well. Let me quickly show you that. So you can draw arrows between all the different tickets and also erase it as needed. And the same is true for this whiteboard on this side. So very much the same. We have whiteboards, we have pens and erasers. One of the core things we can do with all of the pens is you can actually draw in 3D. So if I have the pen here, I can still draw, even though there's no whiteboard around. And then you can also open up images. So if you have an image that the class wants to sort of brainstorm or work from or work on top of, then you can upload anything here and load it onto the whiteboard and then draw on top of this. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. So the next place we have is over here. So on either side of me now, you'll see two private rooms. And basically what this means is that if anyone goes inside of that room, their audio is completely siloed just to that section. So if I walk in here, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, you basically stop hearing whatever's in there, and vice versa. And then we have a couple of more fun items here. So we know that kids like to play around. We've got bows and arrows, guns, and little paper airplanes that people can use to just sort of get to know each other, have a little fun, have a little laugh. One key element that I'll highlight here is the host control tool. So if you open up the menu on the computer side, you'll see a bunch of different tools ranging from leaving the server, muting yourself, opening up a browser. You can also spawn a little camera. There is a note-taking tool, and you can actually spawn a whiteboard anywhere. Let me quickly do that. So if you close the menu, you'll see me spawn a whiteboard. So, sorry, put that in your face, but you can basically spawn this whiteboard anywhere. It does all the same that I showed you before with all the other whiteboards. You can also overlay the image. Let me close that quickly. And going back to the menu, at the bottom section, you as a teacher or as the admin of the space will have a lot of tools to sort of control the group, control the crowd. One of the core ones is serious mode, which is the little party icon. Basically what this means is if you toggle that on, nobody can grab any guns or toys. So that's when you're in serious like education mode. And if you turn it off, basically it's free reign and anyone can and pick up any fun item. There's a bunch of other tools, like you can mute everyone, you can freeze everyone, you can also regroup them all to come to the same place very quickly, and a bunch of other tools that are useful for the hosts or the maintainers of the space. All right, let's go on to the next section. Oh wait, sorry. Before we go in there, just one quick sidestep. So I almost missed this one, but here's a little booth, and anyone who goes inside of this booth can make a quick recording. And so what we typically use this for is for product feedback, but actually you can rename all the text that's on this booth and then have students use it to submit some activities or reports or complete tasks in the video booth. And that also reminds me of another another tool. So we do have a note system. You can't see it on the computer mode now, but basically students can take any notes that they want to in VR with a pen or with the keyboard. And then we come to the main sort of games lobby or game room or experience room. So right now all around us you can see, for example, red light, green light, tower defense, the Zen room for yoga, paintball. These doors are completely customizable on the web dashboard that you'll have access to. You can basically set what all the doors lead to, and there's a couple of educational ones like a medieval Gulsum arena where you can go in and teach kids about medieval arena systems. And the other thing that's obviously great here is that when kids have recess or want to take a break, there's a lot of really fun team activities they can do here to sort of bond and just have fun. They also teach, or all of these activities teach kids usual team skills such as leadership, creativity, and how to communicate. And we also have more doors down here, down the stairs, but I won't go in there just now. All right. Then we're coming to the presentation room. So over here you'll have laser pens, as you can see here, all in different colors. You also have the 3D pens that I showed you before. And let me just quickly erase that again. And you'll also be able to present anything. I won't show you all the presentations in here now, but you can present PDFs, videos, and 3D models in the space. And yeah, so this is one big HQ that I just went through. We have a couple of these, about 5 different ones now. We're always willing to make a custom new one if any company or institution wants that. And I'll quickly take you to one of the other ones just to give you a flavor of that. So you as a host as well will have the ability to take, you as a host or the educator or teacher will have the ability to take anyone into any space the way I'm doing it now. So you take the whole group with you into. All right, hello there. So this is Titan. It's very much the same as the first space I just showed you. For example, if you look directly behind you, you will see the basketball area. Then if you look to the left there, you will see the dressing room, which is basically the avatar customizer. And if you look all the way to the other side, you will see the conference room on that side. There's a couple of more games in here, for example, cornhole and chess that we have there. And if you look to this side, basically that centerpiece is where the games or experience room is. And then at the very top, there's more fun activities for people to do with a little catapult. The one thing that's extra in this room that is not in the smaller HQ, so this room can actually take about 120 people in the same instance, and we can copy that instance multiple times, so you can have up to 1,000 people in here. But the one thing that's not in the other rooms is the gallery, and let me show you this. This is the gallery room. You, as the educator or host, will be able to upload any image that you want to be displayed in every single or in a couple of frames here. And what the students normally use this for is when they have projects that they've completed, they can upload their images and sort of showcase this and present these images to their fellow classmates. And we'll quickly just walk around and just show you all the examples we have on here. And then all the way at the end, we have a whiteboard again. So typically they want to do some activity that revolves around the images and complete some whiteboarding sessions. Cool. So the next thing I'll show you, if we just go out of the gallery, the next thing I'll show you is actually how we walk into the portal. and just go to another space that is the Aurora Auditorium. And this is typically for very large presentations. So we'll cutscene here and just go to the Aurora Auditorium. All right, so this door is similar to the other doors we've seen before. And what I'm going to show you is just what it looks like and feels like when you actually walk into them. So here we go. Okay, so this is the Aurora Auditorium. If you look at me, I'm actually a bigger size than the standard avatar right now. That's for presentation purposes. And in this room, you can present anything that you can in all of the other rooms. So if I upload a PDF quickly, let me do this. You will see that PDF from there. And I can present anything that I want to over here. The same goes for videos. Let me try a video quickly. All of this can be accessed from the computer version and from the headset version, and all of it is accessible to the host or the organizer of the room. All right, then I'll quickly take us back to the main space to wrap up. All right, so that was the quick tour. A couple of things that are important to show as well. I'll actually put my controllers down just to give you a sense of it. Is we have hand tracking enabled, so you can see my real hands now. And basically, there's a couple of core things for education that we're bringing out that soon that is pretty important. So one is you'll be able to put your own custom objects in the space. So for example, you can put arrows or different activities and sort of checkpoints inside the space. The other is that we are adding a better feedback tool. Sorry, not feedback tool. Social sharing video booth, which just allows teachers to control where the videos end up going and how the information is presented to students. And then the final thing that we're adding, which I'm very excited about, is a 3D spatial recorder. So basically, in the next 2 weeks, what you'll be able to do is to start a recording where, as I'm walking around, my avatar will be recorded. So for example, the next student that comes in can see a little lesson presented by the teacher, either at the conference room or right here, or in any room, in any scene, and see that acted out in 3D as if the teacher is right there. And then the student will be able to either complete a task that is relevant or upload their own spatial recording as feedback or as an answer to that session. So we're very excited about all of these things coming out and welcome any feedback. Thanks for joining us.